I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's a number. Psych! That's the wrong number!
Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So, the readings are open if you would like a reading. The email is in the description. But this one is from, that's personal reading to your personal kind of outlook. But this one is from the 7th to the 14th. 7th to the 14th, Capricorn. 7th to the 14th, Capricorn. We've got coming up. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Well, so you've got 10 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Capricorn, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So there's been an ending, or there could be an ending coming up. Okay, the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups talks about wish fulfillment, but also drinking. Also drinking. She's pouring wine. She's pouring wine. Really depends on the clarifying cards. But 2 of Cups is obviously a reflection of soulmate kind of lesson or love. You know, depends what's love. Love is just a feeling. Soulmates are about growth and expansion, about learning because of endings. So you have to be socially aware, not drunk. You have to be socially aware of awareness of lessons, because if you're not socially aware and you don't know what you want, you know, your energy calls in another soulmate in order to learn another lesson. And it can cause another ending. It can cause the 5 of Cups. I see that one. It can cause you feeling down and depressed because you don't know how to move forward. But let's see, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. The 7th to the 14th. Stop. The Fool. Some of you could be on a spiritual retreat. Some of you, see, because the Fool is a very spiritual card, because it can talk about a guide. We've got the Ace of Pentacles under that, and the 10 of Cups under that. I'll take that one. We've got the King of Cups under that too. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Well, I won't take that, but you know, that is the 10 of Cups. Underneath the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is the overall, so it's about an offer coming in or going out. Okay, but there has been a recent ending. Okay, it could have been to do with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. The 2 of Cups is also below the Ace of Cups, which is also an offering, so you've got 2 aces. So you could have an offering coming in from an earth sign or a water sign. But I mean, there's definite love here. There's definite love here because you have the Ace of Cups. I love the Ace of Cups in this deck. So you could have a big offer coming in or going out. This is vice versa, so you could be seeing this happening with someone, or something could be happening around you. You know, you have to be socially aware when it comes to tarot to know. So it's vice versa, it could be them or you. But the Fool talks about a spiritual journey. So it's healing, but it's also going out on a whim. You know, going out on a whim can mean spiritual retreat. It could be spiritual healers yourself. You could be interested in spiritual healing. But it's a guide, basically. The Fool is a guide. And you could be hearing, you could be talking to one, you could be extending, saying hi. You know, you could get news in that you like, something that makes you feel loved and wanted. Okay, because this is the love part of the energy. This energy here, you could be thinking a lot about an ex, an ending with an ex. Could have air in their chart. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, because you've got 2 air signs. It could also have water in the chart and earth in their chart too. That could have been emotionally aloof, or we'll see what the page is kind of looking at. But these seem like two different stories to me, like separation and avoidance. Avoiding, because that can be avoiding, that can be like suppressing feelings because of alcohol, but not, it doesn't mean that you have to be an alcoholic or take a substance, but it just can mean avoidance of emotions and feelings that I talk about, or used to talk about, still do on my channel, about the glass of water, about our feelings and how we suppress our feelings in order to act out. And when we act out, we can go out and we can meet people, you know, and we don't meet them at face value because we're not sure of our emotions and feelings. It causes us to act out, and it causes more endings and more destruction. Okay, so you have to be socially aware, because if not, it causes separation and avoidance, and then you stay in your head, and then you probably go out and you act out, and you're not thinking, and then things happen. You know, pretty much. So we've kind of got two stories going on. So what's the Ten of Wands talking about? I mean, this could have happened, and this can be happening after becoming socially aware, probably listening to a guide, probably going to a spiritual retreat. Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords about, please? Spirit, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords about? Ten of Swords. Capricorn. Capricorn. What's the Ten of Swords about, please? Knight of Pentacles. An offer that was just too slow going out or too slow coming in. You know, contemplating, not moving. That's the slowest knight in the deck, which is also Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Okay, but that's kind of like not extending it because he's got it close to his chest. So it's kind of like I'm guarded. I'm guarding my feelings and emotions, like I said with the drinking, suppressing my feelings, and my heart chakra is closed. I can't move forward because the horse is not moving forward, it's not moving anywhere. So because of an offer that was too slow, okay, it caused an ending in some way. Okay, it could have been a stable offer, horse is stable, it could have been a stable offer, and because a stable offer was too slow, somehow it caused an ending, and it probably caused someone to go within their feelings, look closely at their feelings. So let's have a look. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. This feels like passing energy and future energy to me. Nine of Cups. Because my spreads are just spreads, and then I just read them. Nine of Cups. What's the Nine of Cups about? But if this hasn't happened yet, it could be. You know, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. What's the Nine of Cups about? It's about Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. We got a jumper. We got a keeper. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. So this is a bit different in this deck. Excuse me. Nine of Wands. So it looks like a woman with dark hair and red. It could be Aries. Could have Aries in the chart. Feeling defensive. Feeling defensive, and it's caused someone to go. Could be drinking. Could be feeling guarded and suppressed their feelings, and went inward to feel guarded in order to heal, because it's also a healing card, because of the flowers and the sun in the background. You know, quite relaxed. I love these cards, they're quite relaxed. So it's healing, you know, because the flowers, there's something blooming on top of the actions. So it took healing in order to heal the past actions, heal past it. This is a passing energy, so these are two stories. So it took somebody to, because of slow offers and an ending of somehow because of an offer, it took someone to go inward and look at their feelings and their emotions within their guts, you know, within your gut suppression, okay? And it's caused them to feel guarded and defensive, but also healing at the same time. Okay, so what's the Page of Swords looking at? What's the Page of Swords? It could be thinking about a new offer. Thinking about a new offer. I mean, don't have any prominent air, I nearly said air signs. I was looking at the Ace of Cups, but there's no prominent signs here. You've got grounding energy of something stable, Earth Mother, or like the Queen of Pentacles, grounded, stable. You know, looks quite relaxed. Sitting on a throne. could own their own business, creatively or at work. Let's have a look anyway. Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Swords. What's the Page of Swords here for? Page of Swords, Page of Swords. Stop. Cracking through the truth, seeking the truth. Yeah, we've got this too. So, seeking the truth, wanting, either thinking about extending and talking to someone about the truth, because it's below that ending, it's below the ending, so probably wanting to because the page is like, can be spying, can be thinking, but it's about communication overall. You know, the page is about communication, and the ace is like truth, like, you know, and it's about freedom because of the bird in this deck too, freedom. So it's like setting people free, setting yourself free, setting the dark side free, setting the emotions free, setting the feelings free, ending cycles, you know, a complete ending or just an ending in general in order to start again, because then we have two stories. So this could be an ending of a cycle and a complete ending, or it could just have been an ending of a cycle and then a new cycle starts with someone new or someone old or the same person. Okay? But somebody probably is thinking about communicating in order to tell the truth, because the bird represents freedom, so it's the sword of truth. So talking about something, talking probably about an earth sign, someone that's grounded, stable. Let's have a look. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. What's the Queen of Pentacles here for? What's the Queen of Pentacles here for? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Could have a dog. Looks just like my dog, really. It's strange. Have a dog. Okay. Or a protector. Because dogs are protective. Like if you have a spirit animal of a dog, you know, spirit animals are things that you're absolutely fascinated by. You know, mine are birds, freedom. But some people have different spirit animals, cats and things. I have cats as a spirit animal too. But dogs are like loyal. So it's loyalty. It's about loyalty. So it's about the truth, about loyalty, honesty. Honesty of truth, loyalty and honesty. So could be wanting someone that is truthful and honest and is loyal, dependable. Dogs are dependable. The Earth Mother is dependable. Giving, very giving. She has flowers, a bouquet of flowers in her hand, so she's very giving and caring and nurturing. Let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Could be receiving some roses or growing roses, because there are roses. Yeah. Roses above there, and she's holding a bouquet of flowers too. Fresh air. Breath of fresh air. The world, ending world cycles. They've got the King of Wands underneath. Could be feeling very passionate. The world talks about worldwide internet, talks about karma, talks about travel, communication, travel, cross seas, cross waters, travelling to see someone, wanting to travel to see someone. The world, I need to clarify. I'll clarify that again in a moment. Let's go over it. Yeah, the world. Think about travelling across sea, maybe, or contemplating it, but communicating across sea in some way. Let's see, because I want to see what the Ace of Swords is about. What is the Ace of Swords truth about? What's the truth about the Ace of Swords? What is the Ace of Swords here for, please, Spirit? Ace of Swords. What's the Ace of Swords for? Oh, sorry. These cards are getting too sticky. Well, reminded me of another reading. The King of Wands. Ace of Swords. What's Ace of Swords for? Ace of Swords is about an offer, wanting an offer to be, extending an offer of the truth, basically. Extending an offer of the truth towards something grounded and committed. Could have something to do with someone that's famous, CEO, maybe, depends on who you know. You know, we're all famous in our own right. But that talks about fame and fortune, basically, because the star, which is the wish coming true, basically, it's a seed of intent that creates manifesting, is what I've talked about, where it manifests from our true feelings and emotions, okay, and it creates a whirlpool of true feelings and not aloof feelings, okay, and that's kind of like the sun. It's holding the sun, so when the sun shines and you feel emotionally abundant within your feelings, it pushes out a cleansing energy and a healing energy of why that creates of Aquarius then, because it's a star. The star is born, okay. So it's wanting to extend an offer of truth in some formal manner, okay, to do with that. So that could be coming in, Capricorn, or something to do with that. It's either come in or you're extending it, or someone is. You've got to know where you are on your path. Because I can't tell you that. The world. What is the world for? World for? It's like ending because of an ending of something. So and every ending has a beginning, and every beginning has an ending. Sorry if I'm a little bunged up, but it's early. The world. What's the world about, please, Spirit? The world. Please tell me more about the world. What's the world here? Prince Charming. I'm picking up because the guy with in the corner there. It's like Prince Charming. Prince Charming, and the Queen of Pentacles can be charming, strong, independent, free, strong, independent, and free. Yeah, it could have something to do with a Leo. So you could be interested in something doing with the world again. So it could be either ending a world cycle with a Leo, or you're just a Leo is going to be offering something to you, or you want to extend something to them, okay? Pretty much. I see. Okay, so let's have a look. The Two of Cups. What's the Two of Cups about? Two of Cups. Two of Cups. What's the Two of Cups for, please, Spirit? Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Two of Cups is the Page, which is a spiritual journey, spiritual healer, taking a new direction towards a new soulmate or an old soulmate. Could have Sagittarius in their chart. Could be a healer. It's very psychic healer. Okay, it's like an earth angel, but angels that also guide you, and then because you're like have access to angel radio, basically angel radio. You can hear a calling, it's also a calling, so it calls you in a certain direction, like the Page is called in a certain direction to walk in a new direction. So it's cool, it's a calling for you to go in a new direction. So it depends where you are. If there's been lies of manipulation and ending, you can play out another cycle, depending on where you are and the fluctuation of your own vibration and your self-awareness. It's also being socially self-aware. If you're not socially self-aware and you haven't learned from the past, it creates another cycle of the same, so it depends where you are. Okay, this side of the board, you've got the Two of Cups, which is a reflection of a psychic healer, tempering and balancing, someone that's very grounded, stable, nurturing, and a calling in a new direction of where the Page is also going, which is looking both in the direction of the Fool, which is like a spiritual retreat, or someone that is a guide, okay, that's taken a new journey. Not foolish. Well, it can be, but not foolish because it doesn't seem that way. But let's have a look at the Fool. What's the Fool talking about? The Fool. But you have Sagittarius here, you have Leo here because of strength. But you have air and water. The Fool. What's the Fool? Fool. Healing. So could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's taking a new direction, thinking about taking a new direction, worldwide internet, thinking about going across the sea, basically broadening their horizons, basically. Okay, but the Fool is going on a new spiritual retreat and is healing. because temperance is a healing energy. So if it's a guide, they have a great way of healing themselves in order to take new directions. You know, because you have to when you're a psychic medium or a healer. You know, you have a great way of just healing and moving away from the past in order to create what it is that they have to do because it's their calling. So they heal and then they learn to temper and balance their energy to go in new directions. And then you get soulmates. You know, you either get a lesson of the same or you don't. You know, we have loads of different soulmates. It depends where you are on your journey. You know, the Fool is looking at the Two of Cups. So it could be a new soulmate or an old soulmate. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Well, there's a lot of love here because the Temperance talks about twin flame, and the Ace of Cups, you know, is a passionate offer of love. You know, purity, complete purity. There's no toxic behaviour in that. It's just pure emotion because of that too. The Two of Cups. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. So I noticed that this side doesn't have love. This side does have love. This side looks more to do with ending world cycles and having strength to do it, but just like still grounded and stable, but just kind of like, well, you know, that's that kind of thing. Well, I don't know, because you've got this. You've got the Nine of Cups, which can talk about greed, gluttony, 7 deadly sins. I know it's the 9. Yeah, because it's a calling. It's a calling for a cry for help. So it's a cry for help of why I'm feeling defensive. Okay, something along those lines. But there's no cups of love, just cups of like wish fulfillment, but not, because wish fulfillment's just led me to be more guarded. So people are breaking through. Breakthrough. What was that? Oh, it was another song. Breakthrough through the sunshine or the rain. All my feelings want towards you. Yeah, that would be a song. So there's also another one, Queen, Breakthrough. So there could have been a breakthrough of some way. Breakthrough, okay, breakthrough, and it took strength in order to break through it. Communication could be coming in, finding equality. Let's have a look. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's just weird because there's no action. There's no action here. It's just thought. And there's action here because you have Temperance, which is action, because it's Sagittarius, you know, wake up call, action. There's the Page that knows how to have action and takes direction. Okay, there's the Fool that is action because he's action intoriated of just like, well, I'm just going in a new direction because I'm spiritual and I'm a healer. I'm a spiritual healer, so you could be interested in a spiritual healer. Okay, the Ace of Cups is also, so the Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Because the whole thing is a grounding energy because it's clarified by an offer, which is held within the pentacle of the Page. You know, it progresses through the reading because it's an offer that's through the whole thing, but it's held within the Page to offer it through communication. Communication to life is key. It's the action that you take to communicate. If you don't communicate, then people live in fear and they come up with their own scenario and they just move forward regardless because you're not communicating. You know, if people don't communicate, then you leave other people in fear, so they take new directions. You know, so Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Yeah, walking away. Some people say that this is the soulmate card because you take a spiritual journey with the Fool. Okay, the Fool takes a spiritual journey, goes to the top of the hill, and he makes a wish upon a star, which is Aquarius, and it comes back down as Gemini. Okay, so which is decision, and Temperance is decision. It's tempering and balancing a decision. Okay, this is about precise and precision. It's a double-edged sword. So it can be cutting, but it's not. It's cutting through the truth, okay? Because there's a grounding energy. So I don't know. It could have took someone to walk away in order to notice that. Okay, I walked away, and now I've noticed things about endings, and I've now healed, I'm now walking away in order to come back, and I'm now going to reach out and speak the truth. Because it's someone speaking. Okay, so it's kind of merging. It's kind of merging of one story, but two. It's kind of saying to me that it's took an ending of something and a walking away of for inner reflection of true feelings and emotions that I went through with a glass of water. Okay, it took deep introspection, and it took strength in order to do that, to find stability within that too. For me to now to reflect more on myself and to reflect of how I truly feel, okay, to take a new direction. And I've now found temperance and balance within the sun, because that's also a very spiritual sun kind of card, very like, you know, I mastered Sagittarius energy, so that fire and passion is what guides me in order to give me that fire and passion in order to create creation. It's a creation. It's like fire and water, you know, it's weird science, you know, weird science. It's tempering water and fire. You know, you don't have to be that sign if you're a water sign, because that's the ancient ruler of Pisces, is Jupiter, I think, is it? But anyway, let's have a look. So it's took 8 of Cups. What's the 8 of Cups? Can you tell me more about the 8 of Cups, please? 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups, Capricorn, 8 of Cups. Yeah, death, transformation could have, or just could have something to do with a Scorpio. Scorpio. So, you know, because the death and transformation just means transformation of the old. Transformation of the old way of being, because of healing and everything that I've gone over there. Okay, it took deep introspection and going into our feelings and realising what they really are about emotions and about people or general or whatever happens in your life. And sometimes it takes walking away to reflect on that, of the 2 of Cups of yourself, to reflect on it, to actually accept a transformation. You know, if people don't accept transformation that they need to change themselves, you can't force or change anyone else, because that's forcing energy. Okay, you can't force people to change. The way they are is the way they are, and it's the way they are through, like Aquarius. They present themselves as their true self, and you have to protect yourself when you're open, because it leads you to be vulnerable. But you have to be vulnerable in order to find someone that wants you the same value as what they are. So they have to be vulnerable at the same time as you're vulnerable to meet each other at soul value. It's kind of a high vibration, but low. It's kind of like a beginning of a high vibration that just reaches the top of ascension, like Sagittarius. Starts off low, you start off at face value. Okay, all right, how you getting on? You know, yeah, this is me, let's talk, let's communicate the truth, everything else. Terrible balancing, oh well, this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, start from fresh. Okay, we've met each other at face value. You make a decision, and you either go forwards or you know, whichever way kind of happens. But your vibration is the most important fire energy in order to keep, because you have to keep it under lock and key. Because people have to come up to your vibration and not worry, panic, or fear, because that's just fear. It keeps the ego alive. Okay, you can't do that. People either transform and want to transform for you, or they don't. And you can't never force that upon anybody. You just have to take your own direction, okay? Let people realise themselves, and then you move forward. Because that's that's a forward energy too. Okay. Yeah, manifesting anew. I'm not going to clarify that because that's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay. But that's manifester. That's someone that's very stable, committed, grounded. God, I mean, with the Temperance card, you know, and all that. That's kind of like, and the Fool. That's just someone that can manifest. Okay. Basically, it can be Aries, but that's every element. So you've got every element on the table. Every element. Okay. So I'll leave it at that, Capricorn. So expect some kind of weird science kind of thing going on. But anyway, readings are open if you want a personal one to your own, because this is general, so this can either really relate to you, but it won't happen, or you don't ever know until you have a personal reading yourself. Okay. So if you would like one, it is in the description. It won't be very dear. I'll probably do one question or up to 4 questions, but I'll try and keep it as cheap as possible. If you would like one, please email me. There's other stuff that you can follow in the description, and your songs will be in the description as well. Okay, Capricorn, cheers, peace, bye.